What's going on YouTube? It is the one, the only Dvckkilla bringing you a live commentary here today, and I'm going to be talking about my backstory, how I got started in COD, and pretty much just the, the story and development of me and who I am today. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. This is going to date all the way back to when I first started even playing first-person shooters, because when I was little, all I did was play sports games. My parents were really against first-person shooters. They were just like, "Oh, that's not good for kids to be doing. That's not like healthy. Like you don't need to be doing that." And that was right at the time of like kids were shooting up schools and like telling people it was based on like Grand Theft Auto and stuff. So my parents had like this skewed misconception of first person shooter, so I was never able to play it. But in high school, I guess I was a freshman playing basketball with my friends and everything, and I just remember all my friends, they were talking about playing Call of Duty, and back then, I guess when I was a freshman, it was what was it? It was Modern Warfare 2. Is whenever people were just like, "Oh yeah, Call of Duty, like this is the new game," and so in my head, I was like, "Well, I want to hang out with my friends. Like, I want to be able to play the games with my friends and see what it's all about." So, of course, I set out to get myself a console and pretty much do everything and buy everything on my own so that I could attain what I was looking for, which was to play with my friends and just have a good time. So, it was I went through all of the beginning of the year. I guess it was Christmas break whenever I finally ended up getting a PlayStation 3, and that's whenever PlayStation 3 was like, it had just come out. It was like the new little hot thing. Like people were all about it. Like it was the craze. It was awesome. Like it was a really cool system, and to this day I still have mine. But um, I mean, I knew a lot of guys. There were a bunch of older guys at the time that had been playing that I knew through a friend. So I knew that for me to play, like I was gonna have to come up through the ranks essentially. So first things first, obviously everyone has to come up with a gamer tag. And at that time of my life, and still even now, I'm really big into hunting and the outdoors. So it just made sense because everyone when I was little called me the Dvckkilla because all I did when I was little was go out with my dad, hunt, and I would just, I was just known just to kill a lot of ducks. So um, I made my name, what was it? Dvckkilla 32, and that was that was my first name, and that was the name that like carried through. Um, but yeah, I was playing with friends at the time, and there were so many people that wanted to play, and back then it was, pub matches is all I knew, and just used to play for win streaks all the time, and that meant playing Search and Destroy with, six people and just going in and just absolutely destroying kids. So if you weren't, in the top six quality, then they just really didn't tend to play with you. So I had to learn from there, and that kind of gave me the drive and kind of got me addicted to the game because it was a constant like, oh, well, I got to be the best. I got to be better than this person to fully make it. And one of my most infamous moments with those guys was I was playing, yeah, it was MW2, and I had the Scar H with a heartbeat sensor, and we were playing Search and Destroy, and back then it was 4 to win in pubs. I think now they changed it to 6 in pubs, but back then it was 4 to win in pubs, so we were tied 3-3, and I remember that I went to go. I don't remember what happened. On my heartbeat sensor, one of the kids actually showed up, and I killed one of them. But then instinctively, like the bomb had to be defused, but I didn't know what to do. So I like stared at the bomb, and I was really trying to figure out like, was I supposed to defuse it or like, did we plan it? Like I didn't know what was going on, so I kind of just sat there for a little bit, uh, and then I was like, oh, I was probably supposed to defuse the bomb. But back in PlayStation 3, you didn't have party chat. All you had was game chat, so everyone was dead, and it was just me. And I just slowly started backing up from the bomb. It blows up, and we ended up like snapping a 32 or 33 game win streak. And it took me a while to get in good with those guys again and let them let me play with them. But it was really funny. I I remember just laughing when it happened, laughing hysterically, and I was mad at myself too, and they were mad at me. But overall, looking back, it was just a funny experience. So that was that. And let's see, I played MW2, and then Black Ops came out. Black Ops was good. This was all still like my little learning season of Call of Duty, like learning how to actually play. At that point, I had only been playing first-person shooters for going on maybe 6 months total. Whenever Black Ops came out, and that got me really excited. And Black Ops, I wasn't like better or worse or anything, but like I was learning the game more, and I just started learning how to play and how people played, and the right plays, and learning how to read my mini map and shoot the gun at the same time. And that seems so stupid now, but that was so hard, like for me back then, to just cautiously, do all those things and make sure that I was doing what needed to be done. But Black Ops 1 was me just with, it was like 3 friends. To this day, they're still like my real life friends. There is Pitman 177. We had Big Tom 144, and no, it wasn't 144. It was just Big Tom 44, I think. And then we had a guy named One Eyed Penguin. And yeah, so what really happened was, as I was playing with those guys, I noticed that I was getting a little better. I wasn't getting like great, but I was getting a little better. And at that time of Black Ops, I was a I want to say I was a junior in high school. So yeah, I didn't get my Xbox until I was a sophomore. Yeah. I was a junior in high school when Black Ops 1 came out, and then no, I think that's wrong again. Yeah. Okay. All right, this is for real this time. I got it finally. I got the PlayStation. MW3 came out, or not MW. MW2 came out when I was a junior. I want to say false again. All right. MW2 sophomore year, Black Ops 1 junior year, MW3 senior year. That's what it was. And then I went off to college in like into MW3, beginning of Black Ops 2, and MW3 was just another just blah year. I was never a fan of the Modern Warfare games. It just didn't fit my playstyle. But I mean, that was a time where I learned to play a lot of GBs and found out about GBs. So that's whenever everything like started taking off, I guess you can say, for me. We were playing GBs, and I was just trying to, I guess, come up in the ranks. And I just remember hearing about competitive and just thinking to myself, like, oh, that's crazy. Like, that's not a thing. Like, that's just weird. Um, like, there's no way people actually do that, And I went off to college, and whenever you go off to college, if like you have gone to college or you're about to go off to college, you get a lot more free time than you really think. So that's whenever I think I really turned a new leaf in Call of Duty, and I just went I just went off. I put tons of hours into the game, and Black Ops 2 came out, and I started grinding that game nonstop. And slowly, all the guys I played with, I was able to tell, like, alright, I was better than all of them. So, alright, maybe I can make something of this. Like, let me find out about these game battles. I was making top page game battles, on PS3, so that was cool and everything. And then one day I got invited to actually play on a competitive team on PS3. Because back then, I mean, there were like little Twitter tournaments and little payouts and stuff like that. But I was like, oh, like that's kind of cool. I guess I'll play it. So I played it, and then that was just the beginning of me becoming addicted to competitive COD. It was in Black Ops 2. In the summer of my freshman year, when Black Ops 2 was going, I heard about the event coming to Dallas. I heard about UMG Dallas, and instinctively I was like, well, I want to go. But then I heard it was on Xbox, so I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to go to that. I ended up buying an Xbox anyway, and said, if I want to make this dream a reality, then I got to get an Xbox. Like, that's where the competitive players are. That's where the better players are. So I did that. I got it. I got my Xbox, and I went to Dallas with a pickup team, placed top 25. It was just a great experience altogether. I really loved it. Loved my teammates at the time. We didn't actually end up playing past them, but I was really thankful for it. And then came Ghost. In Ghost, I teamed with, well, I found pretty much one of my best online friends to this day, which is Pickle. I played with him and really enjoyed playing with him a whole lot. He's quote unquote duo. We tend to play well off of each other, so that's always a positive whenever you can find a player like that, and I've been sticking with him ever since. We're now in Advanced Warfare, and let's see. Oh, I forgot, in Ghost, I went to UMG Dallas in Ghost, so, I stuck to staying close to home at the beginning just because I didn't know, like, how much money was going to be involved, etc. like that. So I stuck to playing whenever I was at home. So I ended up teaming with Pickle and a couple other guys. We got under org SVG, and that was really awesome to just be under org in general. We placed top 64, which not very good, but it's not the worst in the world. And then that was the end of Ghost. So Advanced Warfare started. I got picked up for a pickup team. I went to Columbus at the beginning of this game. We got double. Did we win one? I think we honestly got double first rounded. It just wasn't a good experience. We were under practice. We weren't really ready for any of that. I never played with the guys in my life, so it was just a bad experience on Columbus. But I will be going to future events with the team. I know for sure. When I say the team, I know for sure that I will probably always team with Pickle for as long as, not as long as possible, but for as long as I know him, or as he's playing and I'm playing, then we'll probably find a way to team. And that's currently what I'm doing now. But that is just a little backstory of everything that went on with me, guys. If you enjoy this story, please make sure to like, favorite, comment, subscribe. You know, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. They'll be down in the description below. I enjoy doing videos like this, letting you know a little bit about my personal life, guys. So if you would, just give me positive feedback if you liked it or didn't like it. Just let me know if this is more of what you want to see, guys. And until next time, peace.